What's up, y'all? Polo Sports Talking. ENT here again with another one. Um, Make sure you hit the like, the sub if you're new to the channel, and also hit them notifications too, so that you are able to get each and every one of my videos that I do drop. Now, Rick Barry has came out on record and has boldly stated that there can't be one GOAT. you know. And he said that he goes nuts every time somebody talks about just one particular player, whether it's MJ or whether it's LeBron being the greatest of all time. Listen, a lot of old school players really feel that way. It's not just Rick Barry. Rick Barry, he has a right to feel that way because I mean he was a Warriors superstar, um, champion and a Finals MVP. Uh, one of the greatest shooters to play the game. But see, this type of topic is always going to be forever timeless. It's just like a couple of days ago when I came out with the the USA Today top 10 of all time, and that's going to ruffle a lot of feathers. It ruffled mine. It ruffled my feathers. Because for the simple fact I felt like some people shouldn't have been as high. And then also they didn't have some people who I would have thought would have been in that top 10. But that's a whole nother story, whole nother discussion for a whole nother day. You know, Rick Barry feels that the GOAT conversation will always be subjective as opposed to objective. And according to him, a more effective way in determining a GOAT is to classify each best player in each position. I've always said that. Man, Rick Barry is speaking facts. Listen, that's why like whenever they ask me, or who's the greatest of all time and all this other stuff, I I actually construct an actual team. I've already said that. If you've listened to my channel, I've done it before. This is why, some people are asking me, well, why would you do this right here? Why are we talking about this? It's because I agree with where Rick Barry is coming from. I agree with where he's coming from. Now, if you want to say, okay, yeah, who is your best and most enjoyable to watch, and who do you felt like was the most, uh, you got up in the morning waiting for that player to play, then you could choose whoever you want. But I think where he's coming from is that it's unfair to say, compare a guy like Kareem to MJ when they played two different positions and two different styles of game, you know. And that's why, like, if you want to compare accolades or something like that, sorry about that, accomplishments or something like that. Okay, yes, that's understandable. You could do that, and you know, be like, okay, well, this person has that amount of rings or something like that, or this person has this amount of hardware, whatever, you know. But that's why, like, I never really trip about comparing. We know the obvious right now is MJ and LeBron. Everybody likes to compare that, but to me, it's really a stupid comparison for real. If you really actually break it down and really look at it from the standpoint of those two guys, they don't play the same, never played the same style of game. But as I've said before, a better comparison and to see who's better overall would be somebody, and I know some people probably disagree. It would be somebody like a Magic or somebody like a Penny or somebody that was that played a similar style to LeBron. Whereas like with Jordan, the obvious is they've compared Kobe, and then they'll go back in time. They'll compare somebody like Dr. J, or even Thompson, Michael Thompson, David Thompson. I'm sorry, excuse me. But Rick Barry does have a good point, and a lot of old school players, they really feel that way. I don't. I'm not mad at Rick Barry for feeling the way that he's feeling, because it's like, oh yeah, man, I'm the greatest of all time. Da 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 da. You know, you have to come with, okay, if we're gonna do that, then we have to come with each position. And I've always said I have a starting five, and it's gonna be true guys at that position. True guys, a true power forward, a true center, a true point guard, or a true shooting guard. It's gonna be true guys. It's not gonna be guys where it's positionless, because I believe that the way that the game is played, you should have everybody in a distinct position. But luckily for me, I'm able to adapt to the times. I don't mind moving with the times. Um, I try to find beauty in the game regardless. And I know that since we're talking about this whole issue that's going on with Brooklyn and stuff like that, man, we still got some good things to look forward to. I know everybody's upset right now, man. Well, a lot of people are upset for whatever reason. Some people feel that Kyrie should just go ahead and comply and stop all this madness. Some people feel like Kyrie is getting done wrong by the league and by the Nets. Some people feel that Kyrie is um, just trying to get attention, whatever nonsense, you know. But either way, we still have a season that's getting ready to start and getting ready to play, you know. Um, this is gonna go on forever, There's a lot of people that feel like there are some role players that should get more credit than some of the superstars. There are some people that feel that way. There are some people that feel like if some point guards played in today's game, their averages would be up, so therefore they would get a lot more recognition. There's some people that feel like some of the centers that played the game should have got more recognition. It's a lot of different variables that we can sit here and break it down and everything. But I agree with Rick Barry and where he's coming from. He has that right to criticize. He's one of the top players to ever play this game of all time. And they didn't come out and say, okay, yeah, they might have felt that way, but they didn't come out and say, oh yeah, well, I'm the greatest, da 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 da, and all this other stuff. No, they didn't do that. They didn't do that. And if they did do it, it was like, you know, around maybe a couple people, or in private or something like that. A lot of people felt that they were the best player. There's a lot of numerous people that feel like Michael Jordan isn't the greatest player. There's numerous people who feel like Kareem isn't the best player. They feel like they're better than them. They might have lost to them all the time, and they still feel like they're greater than them. And that's just the that's the competitive aspect of 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 sports in general, much less basketball. you're supposed to feel you are supposed to feel that way. You're supposed to feel that way. You're supposed to feel that that you're the greatest of all time in anything that you do. In anything that you do. But you boasting and bragging about it, that's a that's a different that's a different spill right there. What's up with it, Theo B? You said Rick Barry one most forgot and underrated true greats. It's funny that you say that, Theo B. And the fact that he's underrated too, he has a Finals MVP on his record. And not only that, he's a champion too. So right, yeah, exactly, exactly. You know, and they never talk about it. But see, that's why a lot of them Theo B, they feel the way that they feel because they're like, well, damn, you just not gonna talk about the accomplishments. I don't know why I keep saying a compliment. The accomplishments that I've done, like and a lot of people, it rubs them a lot. It rubs a lot of them the wrong way, for real. They respect a guy like Jordan. They respect a guy like Kareem and LeBron and all this other stuff. But some of these greats, man, they feel some type of way because they felt like, okay, well, we paved the way. If it wasn't for us, y'all wouldn't be running up and down this floor anyways. A lot of people feel like Bill Russell is the GOAT, not necessarily for his play, but for what he did in terms of civil wise and socially. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that's what LeVar Ball was trying to do. That's what LeVar Ball was trying to do. But a lot of these guys, man, they don't just sit here and they're cool with just, oh yeah, well, MJ's the GOAT and all this other stuff. Like and see, Theo B, another thing is too, if you get around people that have actually played like at a supremely high level, some some of these guys, man, what comes out of their mouth, you would be like, man, that's insane. But they have that much confidence. Their confidence is through the roof. Some people would be like, man, I wish somebody would put me in front of Jordan, man. I'll bust his ass or something like that. They'll say something like that. I knew a guy. He felt like, man, he was just unstoppable. Nobody could guard him, or anybody. He's like, man, if I just had that chance and stuff, but see the thing about it is it's not that it's tricky, but that's common sense. You got to have that type of confidence when you're playing at a level. Yeah, but see, and I did, but see, I don't see the thing about it is See, Theo B, one thing that you'll know about me, man, that's why you'll never hear me say, as much as I don't like Ben Simmons' attitude and some of the things that he does, you'll never hear me say, okay, yeah, that guy's trash. Man, I won't call Zaza Pachulia trash. I won't call him trash. Because guess what? He's there. He's there and you're not. You know, you know, that's why I go back to what I'm saying, and I'm actually thinking about doing this. Shout out to my boy LVZ NBA Talk. He said, man, if you ever, I've said this before, and I'm thinking about actually challenging some people because I am in the gym quite frequently, but he said that if you think that an NBA player is trash, then go ahead and try to run for 82 days straight, either playing ball or working out or doing something like that. Because you got to think, not only are they playing in games, they're practicing too. Besides their little off days that they might take. But then they got to still get up for travel. They still got to get up and talk to the media. They still got to get up and work out. They still got to get up and do individuals. They still got to get up and you know, live their daily lives. They gotta go. They gotta walk through the airports. They gotta get to this place. They gotta get to that place. Then you gotta get around, get over there, get to do shoot around. I mean, yeah, I, it's ridiculous. So you sit up there and you'll criticize the guy. Um, you'll criticize the guy. You'll be like, man, he's trash. Da 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 da, and all this other stuff. Man, that same guy that you saying is trash will go just like Pritchard, Peyton Pritchard with the Celtics. I mean, these guys putting up 90 something points in a pro am. Isaiah Thomas. Oh, he's trash. He can't do this. But can you stop him from getting 70 points? And it goes back to, all these people are always talking about context and perspective or any. I don't think some people know what the definition of context, putting things in context or putting thing in its proper perspective is. I don't even think people know what that really truly means. But man, I'm gonna end it on that note. But y'all tell me what you think. Did Rick Barry, did he have a good point? I thank Theo B for pulling up, man. We're gonna be definitely at it again later. Like this video, share it, subscribe, also hit them notifications too. Until then, man, it's Polo Sports Talking ENT, man. I will get at y'all later.